Hi everybody, it's Friday. Got a couple of journals I want to share, and let's start off with this one. We'll start off with this one. This is one of those, I don't know, just cozy feeling journals. It's little, I made the cover smaller than the pages so that they would all stick out. Kind of like I do the twine journals, but I wanted to do a couple with fabric to see what it looked like, and I really like them. And it measures, the whole thing measures 8 by 4.5. And I stitched it in different shades of brown, and it's got a real pretty image here and some laces, part of a crochet doily, and some yarn and some rosettes. There's the back. And I just let everything just stick out, you know. Let's go inside and scope it out. On the inside, I used, this is actually part of a shower curtain. It was the border of a shower curtain. And I put a khaki background for the inside cover. And a little stamped letter. And over here, I used real ephemera. This is part of an old newspaper and some sari silk and some lined paper for journaling. And the same here with a pretty lady. Part of a newspaper. It's got a little stitching here. Y'all, the dogs are just playing. This weather is so wonderful, and they are just having the best time. So that's what you're hearing in the background. Part of a newspaper. I thought that was kind of cool. Wagon wheels. And I put this image in the stitching. Some different fabrics, all different kinds of fabrics up here. This page is for pretty. It's got some vintage paper behind it, and then one of the papers that I dyed with a real pretty image. Over here is part of a newspaper and part of a dictionary page, and some ephemera in the background. And over here is more newspaper. And I just use, what I like to do is use different colors of papers to create these collages. I really, really like it. Some fabric here. A little tuck spot over here, and I left the tag blanks in case you wanted to label or write something there. A little pretty image there. And then faintly lined paper. Some muslin here. And with a tuck spot behind it. Cute little lace. This is a part of a crocheted tablecloth. No. Yes, a tablecloth. Hello. And I stitched around it here, and a darker page here, because y'all know I'm into that contrast. I love it. These are my favorite kind of books. This size, and I love all the old stuff. This, I had a bunch of business cards left over from when I made jewelry. And I just made a pocket with one of them and covered fabric and some fuzzies and some pretty lace. And then a piece of ephemera back here. And I put 2 cards there. Cute. Love that. That matches the cover. Another tuck spot here with a nice long card, and that gives you all this space back here too. A little bow, piece of lace bow. A pretty image there. Some ephemera here. More lined paper. This is vintage newspaper. I think it was like 1950. But what I liked about it, it says Centurion Widow of Union Soldier dies. So she was married. She died at 100 years old. But she married a Union Army soldier from the Civil War. So I left all that there. I thought that was really neat. And just some different collages. Another, this has got a piece of washi tape here, some ephemera in the background, and I left the date, April 27th, 1950 is when that was written. Another collage here. And that's the stitching from the other side. Part of a dictionary page of a pretty image. See, I would write all over that, but I love it. Another pretty image here. Two different kinds of paper. Another real pretty page. And then another long tuck spot. Or tuck spot with a long card. And then some fabric here. And I left the edges raw so it'll get nice and fuzzy. And here's another image here with some of that old newspaper. And then this is I found some really cool cards at an ephemera store that we have here, postcards, and I copied it. And then I dyed it really dark and put a pretty image. This is a pocket. It's made out of a dinner napkin. It's got some muslin and then the napkins on top. A bunch of different fabrics with a rosette. And it's got a dictionary page with an image there. And I put two cards inside. This says, a cup of coffee shared with friends is happiness tasted and time well spent. I like that. Another tuck spot here with some fabric muslin. Another cool card to write on. Pretty lady. Another image here so that you could write around it. Another tuck spot with a blank tag there. And some fabric here. Piece of newspaper with some contrasting paper. This is pages here for a pretty. It's got a lady washing laundry. An image there with some ephemera. It says President Truman's, Chairman of President Truman. So that's how, and I left the staple in there from the letter. Another dictionary page. These guys are just going crazy chasing each other. Oh, they're so silly. Another image there with, that's a piece of scrapbook paper behind it that I stained. Another pretty page there. But the pages are just all different sizes, and but there's plenty of places to write. Old newspaper there. Pretty image. And in the back, I put an envelope that I tied with a piece of muslin, made a bow with it. And it's got a little card in here for writing. See if I can get this back on here without untying it. Ta-da! That's what I'm talking about. Easy peasy. It just tucks in there. And again, that's part of that cotton shower curtain. And there's the back again. It's so pretty. I love those little dots. And there's the front with everything all sticking out. And I just think that's so cool. But it just fits. It's one of those that fits in your hand and it just feels good. I want to thank y'all so much for being here with me this Friday. And I've got 2 more. So I'll be right back. I'll see you in that video. Bye-bye.